Okay, hi boys and girls. So we have been learning about, we've started forests, and we're going to talk about the forest ecosystem. So I have one of the information books. It's a nonfiction book. In here, it's a white level, so it's really for a teacher to read. So I'm going to read some pages to you, and we'll just talk a little bit about the title, A Forest Habitat, which is also like a forest ecosystem. Look at that cute bear. Okay, this is a Bobby Kalman book. A forest habitat. There's a lot of information, so it has a table of contents. So first we'll start talking about what is a habitat. A habitat is a place in nature. Plants live in habitats. Animals live in habitats too. Some animals make homes in their habitats. Look at that beautiful photo. I love that picture. Living and non-living things are found in habitats. Plants and animals are living things. There are also non-living things in habitats. Rocks, water, and dirt are non-living things. Do you remember that from when we learned about the savannah and we did ecology? We talked about dirt, water, rocks. We talked about that. Actually, Maddie read a book about that.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a non-living thing, a rock. Here's a living thing, a bear. Okay, everything they need. Plants and animals need air, water, and food to survive. We knew that. Everything plants and animals need is in their habitat. This squirrel found food in its habitat. What do you think a squirrel eats? Maddie, what do you think a squirrel eats?
Nuts.
You're right. He would get that from a tree, a living thing that's in his habitat, his forest ecosystem. At home in their habitats, some animals live there. These baby foxes have a home. Their home is under a dead tree. So a tree that fell down, it's not alive anymore. Animals can live under them. The baby foxes live there under the dead tree. Right above them, you can see that it's the trunk of the tree. Pretty cool. Forest habitats. Forests are habitats. Forests are places where many trees grow. Many other plants also grow in forests. Mosses and bushes grow in forests. Look at this moss. It grows on a rock. It can grow in grass and it can grow on rocks. It can grow on trees. It's that green, fuzzy, slimy a little bit stuff that just kind of grabs on, and sometimes it can be fuzzy too. 4 seasons. Some forests are in parts of the world that are always hot. Other forests are in parts of the world that are always cold. The seasons are spring, summer, autumn, which is fall, and winter. This porcupine is in a forest in the spring. Forest weather. The weather in forest habitats changes as the seasons change. We know about that because we live here in New England, in Rhode Island. I live in Massachusetts, and the weather changes, and that kind of goes along with the season, right? We know what to expect in the winter. We know that it can be snowy. We know what to expect in the springtime. It can be rainy. We know in the summertime it can be really hot, and in the fall it can be a mixture of hot turning to cool. Spring is warm and rainy in forests. Warm, rainy weather helps trees to grow. Summer weather is hot. This baby opossum is walking through a forest in the summer. Look at how cute. Colder weather. In autumn, which is another word for fall, don't forget, the weather is cool. On autumn mornings, frost forms on forest plants. Frost is a thin layer of ice. In the winter, the weather is cold. Snow covers the ground and the trees in the forest. This baby cougar is in a forest in the winter. Now we're going to learn more about this when we talk about plants, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek. This talks about how there's 2 types of trees that are in the forest. I mean, there's lots and lots of trees, but there's 2 types. So there's one type that has leaves, And then there's another type that has needles, okay? So we'll get more into this as we learn about some forest plants.